Hello and welcome back to eCBSE online classes. We are continuing the module statistics for mathematics class 10th. The specific topic of today's video is graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. This is part C4 of this video series in this module. In the previous videos, we have looked at how to calculate median from the grouped frequency distribution table. We have taken an example of marks obtained by 53 students out of 100 marks. This is the frequency distribution table that we got, and from this we made cumulative frequency distribution table of less than type and also the more than type, and then we have populated the data of cumulative frequency distribution of less than type in a third column in the original table and use that to calculate the median of the class using a formula of median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf divided by f multiplied by h. Okay, the value of median that we have obtained using this procedure is 66.4. By looking at the data, let's see how to do a graphical representation of these tables, cumulative frequency distributions. Okay, now let's make a different table here. In the first column, I'm making marks in the classes form 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and so on up to 90 to 100. And in the second column, I'm making an upper class limit of each of these classes. Okay, 10, 20, 30, and so on up to 100. Now I'm using the cumulative frequency distribution of less than type and making a third column and calling that as cumulative frequency of less than type. Next, I'm making another column and calling that as lower class limit. So for each class, for example, for the first class 0 to 10, the lower class limit is 0. Similarly, for the next row it is 10 and so on up to 90. And I'm using the cumulative frequency of more than type and making a next column and calling that as cumulative frequency distribution of more than type. Okay, the next step is basically to use the data of cumulative frequency of less than type and make a plot out of it. Okay, in the second video of statistics module, we have discussed how to do graphical representation of data which is given in the tabular form and convert that into a chart format. Okay, if you haven't looked at that, please go back and refer that video. And what I'm doing here is basically plotting the cumulative frequency of less than type versus upper class limit. So the plot looks like this. We call this as less than type ogive. Okay, similarly, I use the cumulative frequency distribution of more than type and make similar ogive. Okay, I made the plots, but what is the use of these? We can get median from these graphs. How? Let's look at it very briefly. My number of observations is 53, correct? And what is median? The middle value of a distribution of data. So the middle value will be n by 2 equal to 26.5. So I need to look at the value of 26.5th observation or somewhere in the middle. So let's see how we can use the ogives to get that. First thing is to identify 26.5 on the y-axis. So that is the red dot here. And I'm making a horizontal line and projecting onto the graph. And from the intersecting point, I'm making a vertical line until it meets the x-axis. And look at the value there. That is exactly my median. And it is coming out to be 66.4, which is also the value that we have obtained using a formula. We can use the more than ogive also and repeat the procedure. And we get the same value from this graph, which is 66.4. Alternatively, you can plot both less than ogive and more than ogive on the same plot and use the intersecting point, which is shown as red dot here, and project that point to the x-axis and calculate the value from the graph. That is also giving the same value 66.4, which is our median. Okay, this is fun, correct? Now, in the last few videos, we have looked at so many ways of measuring the central tendency, right? But you must be confused like what measure of central tendency to be used in what circumstances? Mean, median, or mode. Let's quickly look at that. The first one is mean, which is the most frequently used measure. It takes into account all the data points in a distribution. So that is most useful for comparing two data sets or more than two data sets. For example, if you want to compare the performance of students in section A versus performance of students in the section B, mean is usually a good measure. However, if there are extreme values in the data set, the value of mean can be affected. So it is not useful in such instances where you want to get a typical value. Okay. So what is a measure that is most useful for getting the typical value of a distribution? That is median. For example, if you want to look at a typical productivity rate of workers in a given factory, median is the best measure of central tendency. And how about mode here? When you want to establish the most frequent or popular value among the distribution, mode is the best measure of central tendency to use. For example, if you want to know what is the most popular TV program, mode is the best way of measuring it. Okay, great. Now, before we close the module, let us quickly look at empirical relation between all these three measures of central tendency. 3 times of median is equal to mode plus 2 times of median. Okay, if you are given mode and mean, you can calculate the median approximately for that distribution of data. Okay, that's all for this module, friends. I hope you like this video and the entire set of this module. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel eCBSE Online Classes and follow us on Facebook. Thank you for joining.